Oh, hello, I'm Edward Carter, the vicar at St Peter Mancroft Church. We have a reflection every Wednesday, normally from the church, live streamed. In fact, today I'm at home, not able to come into the church. So I've pre-recorded this for the reflection slot today. I'm here at the vicarage, just outside the house. There's a lovely big conker tree, horse chestnut tree, must be well over 100 years old. Produces lots of conkers every year. They're ripening now. The leaves are starting to turn brown as well and drop. And it's quite a powerful reminder for me as I look out of the window to see that cycle of life and death that's carried on for many, many, many years, much longer than my lifespan, of course. And I've been particularly pondering the mysteries of this great life cycle over the past week, that kind of umbilical link between life and death. To live, of course, means that there will be death. And to die, well, that means there must have been life. Yesterday, I went to the funeral of a friend, and it was an occasion with a mixture of thankfulness and sadness. And we all remembered together the way in which that particular person had left their mark on others. And then in a fortnight's time or so, there'll be another funeral that I'll be going to for someone very near and dear to me, in fact, for my dad. And I've been pausing and I suppose, in a way, sometimes struggling with the precious and deeply held memories that have been coming to the surface just over these last few days since he died. I've been enjoying the memories. I've been crying over them as well. I've been reflecting quite a lot about how my own life has been shaped as a result of the life of my dad, someone very near to me, of course, someone dear to me, the love that he shared with me over the years of my life and our lives together. Well, that great tree that I mentioned that's outside my house, and it's a huge tree, very mature tree, absolutely massive. And I've actually done quite a bit of just sitting and looking at that tree these last few days. It's helped me a lot. Just its sheer size and strength, its age, and its dependability. Trees are wonderfully solid things. And I've also been looking at the conkers, which are forming in their shells, of course, at the moment, soon to drop to the ground. And of course, each of those conkers contains within it the promise of new life, potentially another new tree, another huge tree that will live for hundreds of years again. I've been looking at the leaves. It was lovely seeing them in the spring, lovely bright green spring leaves, seeing them turn to a darker green through the summer. And now they are turning brown, as I said earlier, and the death of those leaves, and they'll fall to the ground, and great mounds of them rustling in the autumn winds. On some of the days that have just happened, the last few days since my dad died, it's felt strange, really. Strange for me as I've had to carry on being alive, of course, although carrying a lot in my heart. Even stranger has been that the world around me just seems to be carrying on with its normal busyness, just doing its stuff. And of course, in a way, that's absolutely as things always will be, as they should be, you might say. But I've been saying, sort of screaming almost in my mind, why has everything not stopped? Why has the world not come to a stop? My dad has died. Why? Why are you just carrying on with normal life? And actually, although I have had those feelings in my heart, the tree, this great tree outside my house, has been a help to me, even in that. Because, of course, the tree is carried on, just carried on with its life, completely unmoved. I might almost say impassible, as trees are, but nonetheless, a friendly and heartwarming presence, reliable and dependable outside the house here. All life, we know, is precious. All life is beautiful. Why do we say that? Well, I think for me anyway, part of it, an important part of it, is because life has the potential to give honour and praise to God. And it does give honour and praise to God. There are many verses in the Bible, in the Psalms, about creation itself giving praise to God, and certainly people, generation by generation, human beings giving honour and praise to God. But of course, we know that all life continues, and indeed kind of draws to an end as well. As I said at the start, life and death are umbilically linked. Life continues within that bigger sweep of time and history as well. I think that's what I've been trying to work out in my mind these last few days with the death of my dad. We do all live our lives within a bigger picture. We know that we had our parents and grandparents and indeed a whole line before us, and we know that in a sense that will follow on after us as well. Whether we have children or not ourselves, we know that generation gives way to generation. We're part of a bigger sweep of time and history. It's quite a humbling thing, that, of course. It means, in a way, well, we are just a link in a chain. But we are a link in the chain. Without us, the chain is not complete. It's a humbling thing, yes, but it's a good thing as well. I think I'm realising again to remember this. I suppose eventually the tree that's outside my house will, of course, it will have dropped all its conkers. It won't be long now, maybe a month or two, and the leaves will all be down as well. And in the fullness of time, of course, even that tree that's been there for, I don't know, perhaps 150, 200 years, even that tree will die. It'll be chopped down. I'm told that horse chestnuts, conker trees, live to perhaps 300 years old. Looks like that one outside my house is going to outlive many of the others. It's just so huge and splendid. But it will, in the end, come to the end of its life. And so I suppose, finally, in this short reflection I'm giving today, I'm holding on to that Christian truth, that death belongs with life and belongs with hope as well. That bigger picture I talked about, for me as a Christian, it's all linked to the life and death, and then the new life, the resurrection life of Jesus that gives me hope. The last words my dad said were, "I don't know." And in a way, they're my words as well. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. The resurrection of Jesus, the resurrection that's promised to us all. I sort of don't know what it means, and yet I sort of do as well. I trust and hope that it is a promise from God that will be fulfilled because of his love. Thank you for listening to me today. Sorry I wasn't in church to speak in person there, but there will be a reflection next week, as every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. So I hope you can join for that as well. Thank you.